us today for the Google Data Studio 101 webinar. My name is Diping Huang. I am the instructor and presenter for today's webinar. This course introduces the basics of how to turn your data into an interactive report and dashboard with Google Data Studio. You will learn how to connect your data, create beautiful reports, and collaborate with your teammates. This course has two sessions. In our last session, we covered the initial steps for your Google Data Studio account, including how Google Data Studio works, how to set up a Google Data Studio account, and access controls. We also look at how to navigate Google Data Studio. In the second session, which is today's class, we will focus on creating a new report and using report template, including how to build your first report and share it with others. Let's look at today's goal. If you have any questions, please send it through our chat feature or the Q&A section. And this is the agenda. We have 4 items on the agenda. The first one is how to customize your Google Analytics data with Google Data Studio. The second thing is how to build a Google Data Studio dashboard. Thirdly, we will learn how to embed Google Data Studio reports in WordPress. The last but not least will be the Q&A session. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we need to do, we need to go to Google Data Studio account that I showed you before. We just need to type Google Data Studio and you'll be able to access to the Google Data Studio account. So as long as you have a Google account, like a Gmail account, you'll be able to access to the Google Data Studio. So the first thing we need to do, we need to have a template. So let's choose a template from the template gallery. Okay. Let's go to the template gallery. We only have 9 templates here, but if you would like to see more templates, we can go to the library, or we call it report gallery. And you can see the marketing templates. These templates are created or built by the Google Data Studio team, or we can call it official templates. Most of them are related to Google Ads or Google Analytics, okay, or YouTube. Okay. We can also get some template from the community. So today I will show you how to build 2 different reports. The first one will be use Google Analytics and a template from the gallery, and we will copy the template and build the report based on the Google Analytics. The second thing will be I will show you how to create a Google Data Studio report from the scratch. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pick this one. This one is created by Louis, a community member of the Google Data Studio. Okay. The first thing we need to do after we choose a template, the first thing we need to do is to make a copy of this report, and that way we can change the data source. Copy this report and you will need to choose a new data source. I'm gonna choose one master view. One master view from the demo Google Analytics account, and then we can click on copy report. Okay, it's loading. You can see the title or the name of the report has been changed to copy of the report, the dashboard's name. And this is the original one, and this is the copy. And once we already clone the report, we can close the original one. And then let's go back to the copy. I'm gonna change the name. All we need to do, just hit the name here, click on the name or click on the title. I'm gonna change it to sample. Okay. The background color of this dashboard is the black color. We're gonna keep it as it is for now. So the next thing we need to do is to change the number. The number here shows this month we have a 48.5K people visit your website so far. What about I would like to change it to last month? First thing I'm going to do, I will change the wording here. The number is 48.5K. The type of the chart is a scorecard. We can see the data has been connected to the one master view, but this is sessions. The matrix is sessions. I need to do, I'm gonna change it to users. Available fields. You can find the users from the available fields. Yes, we find the users here. Then we just drag it from the right panel to here, the matrix. Okay. We need to make sure the date range is last month, but not this month. Let's try if we can find last month from the drop-down list. Okay, last month, which is December 1st to December 31st. It was 68K, 60.8K people visit your website. How many of them are new users? Let's try this. Matrix, new sessions. I would like to know what's the percentage of new users visit our website in last month. Since we don't have a field here called percentage of user, you can type percentage users, but you will not be able to see, or you will not be able to find it because there is not a field called percentage of user. So what we need to do, we will need to create a new field. Create a new field together. Matrix. Create field and hit the plus sign. Percentage of new users. Just need to create one. The next step will be enter information into the formula field. For example, I would like to put the new users here. and by total users. And then I want to make sure it's percentage. The type of the matrix is percent. It's not currency, it's not number, it's percent. And once you hit apply, a new field will be created. Then we hit this again. It shows 91.3% never came before, which means they're new users. Let's go back to the demo Google Data Studio account to see if the numbers are matched to the numbers in the demo account. This is how we access demo account. In this dashboard, it also shows most like page, users like page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It only have the top 5 pages that we can change it to 6 or even 10. Let's go back to the Google Analytics. We can see the number, the users for this week is 13,328 users. Let's change it to last month to see what happened. Okay, the user is 60,800 and new user is 56,568 members. It looks like the numbers are matched to the numbers here. So this is correct. Okay, so the next one, we will learn how to change the page number to 10. We can click on here. Okay. And we have to drag the element from the top to the bottom because there's not enough space for more rows. Okay. Still don't have enough rows. Let's change the number to a different one. Let's change it to it doesn't have the 6 here. It will not allow me to enter a specific number, so we have to change it again. I'm gonna delete this right now because I will use a different data set for the next questions. Now it has 9 rows. We just need one more. Okay, the last one will be page unavailable. Okay, so we get the top 10 pages. You can change the numbers here. And we can see 9 of them have the title, the page title. So next, they are mostly coming from, I'm gonna change it to the country. I want to know whether they are from North America or a different country, North America or Europe. So this one, I'm gonna change the dimension. I will enter countries here. Once I drag it from the right panel and move it here. Okay, you can see the data, the visitors are mostly coming from United States. And we don't need to worry about this right now. We're using other people's template and we need to make some change to make sure it can be updated and match to the data set and the data source. Okay, so the next one will be engage users goal. I am going to change it to a different one. For example, I would like to know the most popular browser. What I'm gonna do, I will go back to the Google Analytics account, demo account, and then from here we can see the most popular browsers is Chrome. Okay, and then we can copy the name and go back to the sample. And we need to change the data source. You just need to hit the data scorecard and we need to change the metrics. And we enter the name of the view again. If we cannot find the browser, we might need to create one. So here we go, we find the browser. And just drag it from the right panel to the left. Okay, this is incorrect. Can I delete this again? Can I use the same scorecard? Let's try this way. Just copy the type, but not the data set. We can change it here. Let's enter browser again. And change the dimension here. You'll be able to see the change. It shows the most popular browser is Chrome. And what about other browsers? What's the percentage of the users are using Chrome? What about Firefox or other browsers? Let's try the pie chart. We need to add a chart here. You can choose the chart from the top, like this one. Create pie chart here. Or you can change the type of the chart from this drop-down list. And right now we can see this dimension is incorrect. It should be the browser. And let's change it again. Browser. the dimension of the browser. Okay, we can see 85% of the users are using Chrome. And if we expand it, and we can see 9% of the users are using Safari. We can change the size of the chart. Or we can choose the donut chart. Look like this. Okay, this is how we change the type of the chart from a pie chart to a donut chart. The next one will be, let's go back to the Google Analytics account to see if we can get the different data set. Let's try the age group. And the age group, they have 6 different age group. So we can create one here. And just we need to make sure that the day range is last month, but not last 28 months or this month. If we cannot find the last month from the drop-down list, we can choose the number manually. So here we go. Still shows the most popular one is the Google Chrome browser, but the number has been updated. It's 73.2%. Okay. And this one, we're gonna use the age group. Let's delete this again, because we don't need to compare the data with other months' data. We just need to know how many users between 25 to 34 years old, how many of them are between 18 to 24 years old. We need to add a data set here. We can click on add data. Okay. Ask me again to connect data. And we choose demo account and choose the Google Merchandise Store and choose the master view again. Add to report. Okay. So we have the data source. Okay, let's try it this way. Let's try copy and paste. It will be faster because they're using the same data source. We just need to change the browser to age. Okay, we can see 39.2% of them are from 25 years to 35 years old. This is how we add the chart to the template. If this is too small, the size of the dashboard is too small, we can change the layout of the page. Custom. I'm gonna change it to 2000. Okay, we already got the information we need. The next step will be to copy the entire report and add it to the website. And I have a sample website here, and I'm gonna create a sample page. It's very simple. All you need to do, just go to share and then hit embed report. You'll be able to get the iframe code. You can change the dimension here, and then you can copy, or you can hit copy to clipboard. And here's the new page. Sample data. This is the WordPress editor, and you need to hit add block and enter HTML. It doesn't mean you have to learn how to write HTML. You just need to choose HTML from the drop-down list, and then copy and paste the iframe code here. Gonna hit preview. Let's hit publish here. Because my internet speed is a little slow. Okay, it's live now. Let's check the page. Okay. It's the exact same thing here. Everything has been copied and pasted on the website. What if I make some change here? And then if we go to the website, it has not been updated yet, but once I hit refresh, you can see the dashboard has been updated on your website as well. It's very simple. So as long as you know how to copy the iframe code from the Google Data Studio, you'll be able to add it to your website and show it to the site visitors. Okay. This is how we make a one-page dashboard. So the next item we're gonna learn will be to create a Google Data Studio report from scratch. And this time I'm gonna use some sample data from DoSpace. And let's create a brand report. Since it's a Google Sheet, I will choose connect to Google Sheets. And this is the Google Sheet I would like to use. Edit. First question you might ask is, how do I get started? How do I decide which layout I'm gonna use? So you can get some inspiration from the Google Data Studio report gallery. They have some amazing templates here. You can learn many layouts, some design knowledge from the gallery or from the library. The other way you can do is go to canva.com. Canva.com is a great place because it has some other designs we can learn from. since Google Data Studio is very similar to the infographic, I'm gonna type infographic here. So trying to get some inspiration. So we can see the many different layouts here. This one looks good. It has the icons on the top of the page. It also have a different layout. So once you make the decision and choose the layout, and we can go back to the Google Data Studio to create our own report. So let's go back to this one. I'm gonna name it as simple again. The first thing I need to do, I need to add a title or a header. I will call it simple again, simple data. And we can change the color, the size of the font, simple data. Okay. We can also add some image to the canvas. If you don't like the background, you can remove the grid. Just need to hit view grid or not. It's all empty right now. But I would suggest you to keep the grid until you finish the design, and then we can remove it from the background. The next thing I'm gonna do, I will add some icons. I already download them from the website. So let's choose some of the icons. Okay. You can add as many icons as you need. And I'm gonna show you how to find some icons. That's a website. You can find some great icons. Icon funders. You can find many different icons from this website. For example, if I would like to find the Facebook icon, I can download it to my computer, and then I can upload it to the Google Data Studio and add it to my dashboard. And this is how I build a dashboard from scratch. Okay. I already create one. So I already create this one. Let's go back to, okay. This is the report that I create. I upload some icons from my computer and add it here. And I add the title of the report here, and I also get the icons of DoSpace, the logos, DoSpace logo, and add it here. I can move the text box. Okay. If I don't like the grid, and I can change it to white. So it will look like this, and I can add my name here. And the second page will be the registration. It shows how many people signed up for DoSpace program in 2020, and this report only have 10 months data. So the data may be inaccurate because it's not the whole year's data. You can see Many people ask me what's the difference between the dimension and the matrix. So if you are referring to the number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it will be considered as a matrix. And the dimension will be date. Let's go to the next one, events. Okay, and I already copied the title from the other page, and I already upload a logo from my computer, and I add the title, the page title here, or the question here. The next thing I need to do is to update the dimensions, metrics, and filters. When you see this error message, it means you don't have a data. And again, I have to choose the data from the Google Sheet. I don't own this data source, and that's why it shows invalid. How many events did DoSpace host in 2020? And I will choose this one. I will choose reconnected. It will ask me if I want to apply the changes, and yes, I click on applied, and the date, the number, the record will be a number, and the record count. Let's click on done. Okay, I'm gonna try again. For some reason, has not been connected to the data source yet. Reconnected. Update credentials. Yes, sometimes you have to reconnect it several times. Maybe because my computer is so slow today. Okay. Events. Okay, let's reconnect it again. Sorry about that. It still shows the incorrect data source. So let's skip this one and go to the next. Will be new members to see if we can update that. Use a different data set. Let's delete the data source. And then let's go back to the sample again. The Google Sheet I'm using is this one. Let's check to see if I can find the members. Members. Okay, I cannot find the members. Okay, the connection is still incorrect. Should be this one. Let me reconnect it again and apply it. And you have to choose the right data source, otherwise it will not be connected to the right data set. Okay, for some reason, I am still not able to connect it to the right data source. To the credential. Still shows the registration. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right now because I'm not able to update the data source for some reason. But this is how we build a report from scratch by using some design element. I got them from Facebook icons, and I also get some inspiration from Canva.com. And I combine them together and build a simple report. So this is the icon I download from Icon Finder. And if I want to arrange the order, I can bring it to front, or I can send back and send to back. And we just learn how to create a multi-page dashboard. And what if we copy the entire report and add it to the website? Will the website only shows one page, or or every pages of the dashboard? Let's try. I'm gonna delete the old iframe code and add it here and publish. And we can view pages here. It only shows one page, but it also have a page control, and you can choose home pages, registration, events, new members, or attendees. We can only find the registrations number, but not the event, new members, or attendees, because my computers or the internet is very slow today, and I'm not able to connect the data with the Google Sheet. That's why we can only find the registrations data. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put the reference here. For the icon, you can find it from the iconfinder.com. In order to get some inspiration, I always go to www.canva.com. And for the images, you can get some images if you would like to copy some image from this website and add it to your Google Data Studio. You can do that. Okay, I think that will be all for today's webinar. Will be our Q&A session. Do we have any questions in the chat box? Let me check.
If you have questions, you can go ahead and send those via chat or via the Q&A feature. All right, it doesn't look like anybody's got any questions right now. Did you have any final thoughts before we go? Or is there a way to contact folks?
Yes, I'm gonna put my contact information here, and this is my email address. If you would like to share the Google Data Studio dashboard that you create, feel free to send it to me. Or if you have any questions regarding the Google Data Studio report, you can also send it to me. And my email address is gds, which is Google Data Studio demo 2021 at gmail.com. And thank you again.
All right. Thank you, Deeping. We appreciate that you come and talk to us today. Again, if you need to watch this webinar again, it will be available on our YouTube later in the week. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot us an email or email Deeping at the email that she gave you. And everybody have a good day.
Thank you, Bree. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.